On a humid Atlanta morning, Marcus Hayes boarded a Skylux Airlines flight bound for Portland. His first-class seat was a rare treat, a moment of luxury he'd earned. He wasn't chasing status. Marcus, the founder of Hayes Cybertech, built from a battered laptop in a cramped apartment, craved silence. That morning, Seat 2A wasn't just a ticket, it was his escape. But when he reached the plush leather seat, a white man in chinos and a smug grin was already sprawled across it, acting like he owned the clouds. Before Marcus could speak, a woman in the crew's sleek silver uniform appeared. Her name tag read Elise Thornton. Her smile was polished, but her voice cut like ice. "Sir, you've been reassigned to economy," she said. Marcus raised his phone, showing his first-class boarding pass. "Seats like these," Elise said, glancing at the man now sipping champagne, "aren't for everyone." The man chuckled. The jab wasn't the downgrade, it was the disregard. Marcus scanned the cabin. Passengers whispered, some sneered. The message was unmistakable: "You don't belong." He walked past the velvet curtain dividing first class from the rest, landing in row 27B. The seat was tight, pinned between a dozing teen and a nervous woman skimming a gossip magazine. Marcus's tailored navy suit snagged on the worn-up upholstery. The tray table was cracked, stained with a faint coffee ring. He wasn't angry, not yet. He was strategizing. From his bag, he pulled a sleek, encrypted tablet custom-built by his engineers and opened a discreet app. One tap, and it recorded everything within a 10-foot radius: voices, tones, even the hum of the plane. Elise glided through the cabin, her attention locked on the first 6 rows. Her crew followed her lead. One attendant, Kyle, smirked constantly. When Marcus flagged him, pointing at the broken tray, Kyle scoffed, "You're lucky to have a seat at all." Marcus stayed silent, tapping the app. The microphone icon pulsed. Every word was captured. He caught murmurs, entitled, someone hissed. Another laughed. The crew's stares lingered too long. The air wasn't just stale, it was heavy with deliberate tension. Marcus recognized the game. He'd faced it in boardrooms where his skin made him an outsider, a threat. His tablet flickered as he jotted notes. This wasn't just a bad seat or a broken tray, it was calculated. Marcus was finalizing a pitch for the Department of Defense, a $320 million contract to secure national cyber defenses. Yet here he was, cornered by airline staff who either didn't know his worth or knew and didn't care. Elise's voice purred over the intercom. "Priority meal service begins shortly. For everyone else, please wait." The jab was clear. Kyle returned with a drink cart. "Water?" Marcus asked. Kyle handed him a plastic cup smudged with lipstick. "That's all we've got back here. Take it or leave it." Marcus tapped the app again. It was still running. Then Elise's voice crackled. "Passenger in row 27, Mr. Hayes, prepare your carry-on for inspection." Marcus's gut twisted. Skylux had no such policy. He stood, briefcase in hand, as Kyle and another attendant, Lydia, approached. Elise trailed behind, her heels clicking like a timer. "Routine," she said, her eyes sharp. Lydia's hands shook as she rummaged through his bag. Kyle accidentally knocked Marcus's tablet to the floor. It slid under the seat. "Oops," Kyle said. Marcus retrieved it. The screen was dark. His grip tightened. This wasn't random, it was a performance meant to humiliate. Elise stepped forward, her voice loud. "Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Hayes. Passengers like you keep us safe." The words stung worse than any shove. A teenage girl nearby started filming discreetly. Marcus sat, chest tight, but the app was still running. He logged a new note: "Public shaming. Targeted." Kyle passed again, muttering to a passenger, "Some people don't know their place." Marcus's jaw clenched. He switched to a spreadsheet. His company's future demanded focus. But after a quick restroom break, his tablet wouldn't turn on. A hairline crack spiderwebbed across the screen. Every draft, Every key, the flight's recording, gone. Across the aisle, the man in the polo shirt who'd smirked earlier whispered, "Guess he can't afford decent tech." Marcus's hands trembled. Then Elise reappeared. "Mr. Hayes," she said, "syrupy sweet, we've found you a better seat. Please move to 32D. He knew that seat. Next to the bathroom, a cramped box with a view of the exit sign. He didn't argue, not yet. He moved. The whispers trailed him. A woman in a floral dress clicked her tongue. The teen filmed again. The polo shirt man grinned wider. In 32D, Marcus had lost his seat, his dignity, and his tablet. But his resolve was intact. As the plane descended, Marcus pulled out his phone, connecting to Skylux's Wi-Fi. He drafted an email to his legal team, attaching the teenage girl's video, which she discreetly shared with him after landing. He detailed every interaction, every slight, every calculated move. By the time the plane touched down in Portland, the email was sent. Marcus stepped off, his suit still sharp, his mind sharper. Within hours, Hayes Cybertecha's legal team filed a formal complaint with Skylux Airlines and the FAA, alleging racial discrimination and sabotage. The teenage girl's video went viral on X, sparking outrage. Skylux launched an internal investigation. By week's end, Elise Thornton, Kyle, and Lydia were fired for violating company policy and federal regulations. The man in the polo shirt, identified as a frequent flyer with a history of complaints, was banned from future flights. Skylux issued a public apology and offered Marcus a settlement, which he redirected to fund scholarships for underrepresented tech students. Marcus replaced his tablet, rebuilt his pitch, and secured the $320 million contract. Standing in his Portland office, he looked out at the skyline. The flight had tried to break him, but it only sharpened his edge. He turned their trap into his triumph.